about time to get supper started for tonight, and I'm actually going to be making this Marry Me chicken pasta for supper. Now let me stir this real quick. Got the chicken broth going right here, y'all, just so that I can already have it, because y'all know that I don't use chicken broth out of the can. I always use this chicken bouillon cubes. So I was going to go ahead and get that ready so that it's ready. But anyway, like I was saying, well, I was watching Becky from Acre Homestead. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before, and she was showing, I think it was four or five different 20-minute pasta dishes, and this was one of them. And when she showed it, I was like, yes, I'm printing that off and I'm gonna make it, because she said it was really good. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna print it and I'm gonna make it. And she had another pasta that I thought looked really good, and it actually, the only meat in it was like bacon, and I'm gonna try it one night as well, and it's just called bacon pasta. So anyways, but we're gonna try this Marry Me chicken pasta for supper tonight. So I've got all my ingredients sitting out over here. I've got to run and get the chicken, because I don't have the chicken out yet. So I'm going to go get the chicken. And then I'm going to go ahead and get water put into my pan and get the noodles started here in just a second. And that way everything can be started and ready. Brent will have to warm this up tonight because he will have to work later. And so he'll just have to warm it up. And I think it'll be perfectly fine warmed up. And y'all, the funny thing is, we're actually going to be having lasagna tomorrow night for supper, because we are actually having an event at church tomorrow night. And so I signed up to bring lasagna and garlic cheddar biscuits. And had I known that I was going to end up making this recipe, I would have decided to have brought this just so we all could try it and see how it was. But anyways, we are taking lasagna tomorrow night, so that'll be perfectly fine. If this is good, then I can take it to another event one night. So I got water in my pan, and I'm just going to go ahead and add in some salt. This is what I'll be cooking the pasta in, and y'all, I like to put salt in my water so that the pasta actually has some flavor to it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my seasonings mixed up to rub onto my chicken. And for the seasonings to put on the chicken, you're going to need onion powder, garlic powder, red pepper flakes, black pepper, salt, thyme, and basil leaves. I do believe that was everything. Maybe oregano, I'm not sure. I don't have that out, but it might have called for oregano too. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead, get the seasonings, put into a little bowl, get those mixed up, and then I will put those onto the chicken. And y'all, it calls for 2 chicken breasts, and I always cut my chicken in half to make it thinner. But I don't have chicken breast or like whole chicken breast. All I have is the chicken breast tenderloin that are frozen. So I'm not sure how many pieces of that I'm going to use. Maybe around 6 to 8 pieces. I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to pull some out and see what it is. And then we will just go from there. I'm also going to go ahead and turn my water for my pasta on and let that start to boil. So I'm going to add in a teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I may not add that many in just because I don't want it to be hot. I'm just gonna add in a few, not many. So I didn't add in a half a teaspoon of those just because I don't want it to be spicy. And we're going to need a half a teaspoon of salt. Fourth a teaspoon of black pepper. Just going to give that a quick stir. And then we will rub that onto the chicken. I'll get some olive oil put in my pan, and then we'll get started cooking the chicken. So So I'm going to go ahead and turn my skillet on, and I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of olive oil in here. Y'all, Brent called while I was filming, so it obviously cut my phone off, or the filming off. So anyways, I ended up using 5 of the chicken breast tenderloin, and I just seasoned them on one side. I'm getting ready to flip them and season them on the other side. And so basically, I'm just going to let the chicken cook until it is done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking up my chicken. There's a couple of pieces that's done. There might be 1 or 2 of them might need to cook a few more minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and take the ones that are done up. So my pasta's done. It's sitting back here, y'all, and now I'm going to add in my garlic. I don't have fresh garlic, so I'm just going to add in this minced garlic, and I think it will be perfectly fine. Now we're going to add in some of the sun-dried tomatoes. It calls for 1/4 cup, but I do believe when she did her video that she added in some extra, so I'm going to as well, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So I'm just going to let that cook for just a minute, and then I'll start adding in my chicken broth. And now I'm going to add in my chicken broth. Scrape the bottoms of the pan and just kind of deglaze that. And then I'll start adding in my 1/2 and my Parmesan cheese. It says to add in the cheese slowly and make sure to keep it on low heat. So we need 1 cup of 1/2. Okay, then we'll start adding in the Parmesan cheese. It says freshly grated. Now, I don't have freshly grated. I just have the already shredded Parmesan cheese, but hopefully that works. So I'm going to start adding it just a little bit at a time, and it only calls for 1/2 cup. And y'all know me with cheese, so I'm not even going to measure it. But I'm going to just start adding it in. After the cheese is melted, we're going to raise the heat to medium and bring the sauce to a simmer. Once it's simmering, we're going to mix in the other half of the seasoning mix into the sauce, which I actually have my chicken sitting in that bowl that I had the seasoning mix in, and that'll be just fine. I just throw that all in there and it'll work out just fine. I've already cooked my chicken all the way through, so I probably will just go ahead and add in my pasta with the chicken, and when it's thick, then it's done, because like I said, I went ahead and cooked my chicken fully through. I'm going to go ahead and get that turned up so we can start simmering. And then I'm going to start adding in the pasta and the chicken. And when it's thick enough, then we'll be ready to eat. I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my pasta and my chicken. Here's the rest of that seasoning. It was just down in the bowl of the chicken. So we're just going to let that simmer. Stir it around. Let it simmer. Now, I'm not placing my chicken on top of it the way the picture shows. You can see the picture shows placing the chicken on top of it. I'm not doing that. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There you go. I'm not going to do that. I'm just leaving my chicken in with it, and that's how we're going to eat ours. It smells amazing. I'm hoping that, you know, it all comes together and tastes as good as it smells, because it smells amazing. Yes, baby. Up on top of the refrigerator. Alright, y'all, so I'm bending down so y'all can actually see me too. Here's what that pasta looks like. Y'all, it smells so good. But y'all, I'm going to actually put some grated Parmesan cheese on mine, because I'm a Parmesan cheese girl. And I like Parmesan on my pasta. So, I'll put some of that on it, and I'm going to give it a try. Do you like it, Kai?
It's so good. I like it better than Alfredo. I have a lot of fun.
That's good.
Really good.
That's really good, y'all. I like that.
I rate it a 10 out of 10.
Kai rates it a 10.
Definitely will make this again.
We like it.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully Brent will like it. I don't know, but we do. So, like, I used to not like pasta much at all. I just did not like any type of pasta hardly at all. I'm still not really crazy about spaghetti. I just really don't like it. But I'm starting to like pasta more than I used to. I don't know why. But my reasoning for not liking pasta much anyways was I just don't like mushy noodles. And so that's why I always make my noodles al dente. And so I don't know why, but I've just really been into pasta a lot lately. So anyways, this is really good, and I'll definitely make it again. Y'all, that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to get over here and eat this because, y'all, it's really good. And I don't want it to get cold because I don't like cold pasta unless it's a pasta salad. So anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. We will see y'all in our next video. Bye, y'all.
Is it not better than Alfredo?
Okay.